Hello, I'm Fast Lawyer. I'm with Oculus Reviews. Today we're going to review and play Xfire VR, a game on the Steam store for the Valve Index, HTC Vive, and the Windows Mixed Reality. It normally retails for $14.99. It's currently on sale 60% off for $5.99. It's by developer Sens, who's made a couple of other VR games, including Horde Z and Zion. Now, as you can see, as soon as I clicked how to play, I encountered a huge bug. I don't know what happened. I got teleported outside the play area, and I didn't know what to do at this point. I couldn't move. I didn't know what was going on. Finally, I was able to just slide a little bit. There's two types of teleport movement, locomotion. One of them is teleportation. The other one is a slide movement. And somehow I was able to slide and teleport back into the play space by clipping through some of the walls and finally getting back to the starting area. But yeah, be careful clicking on how to play. Apparently when you click on how to play, it just throws you in space. Ha ha ha. That was just a preview of all the bugs and all the things that went wrong in my playthrough. Now, like I mentioned, there's two types of locomotion: slide and teleportation. Now, to be honest, I only recommend that you use teleportation. The slide movement is very buggy. For whatever reason, it stops working throughout, and you'll see me sometimes just like be stuck and move side to side. When you see that on my video, that's when I'm stuck and I can't move forward using the slide locomotion. So it's kind of like free locomotion, except that, you basically just slide forward. So you can slide forward, slide backwards, slide right, slide left. Now, there is no turning. The only turning is through the teleportation. Unfortunately, with the teleportation here, you actually have to click down on your touch controller to teleport, and then you have to click down and twist around to get reoriented in a different direction. So while it's possible to turn when your teleportation, basically change your point of view, it's very difficult on the Oculus Touch, and I don't recommend it. I just, use your room scale. Use your 360 standing room. Hopefully that'll be good enough. This is described as a rogue-lite duck and cover experience in a futuristic world full of hostile aliens and robots by the developer. The developer also says there's 1 hour of gameplay. I would not know about that because at about 14 minutes in my gameplay, I experienced a bug where the game no longer works. So basically, after I open the third locked door, it says to go on a teleporter. And each time I went through that teleporter, I experienced the same bug, which is like the beginning start where I clicked on how to play, and all of a sudden I was in space and I couldn't move. That happened each and every time that I went on that teleporter. So for me, there's only 15 minutes of gameplay. Obviously, I wish now that I could refund this game, but I cannot refund the game. I bought this game on a Steam sale for $4.49, and that was back in April 2018, so I cannot get a refund anymore. And that's unfortunate because this game is so buggy. I experienced so many issues, and like I said, the game just doesn't work for me because as soon as I get to that third locked door that you open up and have to take teleporter, I can't play anymore. So that's at least, I would say at least half the game that I cannot experience, if not more than half the game. Assuming there really is an hour of gameplay, I would say that would be, I only experience a quarter of the game. There's 3/4 of the game that I cannot experience. Duck and cover, and that's also a lie. Like I said, you can't really move really well. The only reliable locomotion is teleportation, and there's really no reason to get behind cover. I don't know why you'd get behind cover and duck and cover. I didn't find that to be honest. Basically, you just teleport around, and if an enemy gets close to you, you just teleport back. So you can basically teleport away from the enemy and just shoot it that way. So there really is no reason to get behind cover. And anyway, most of the cover that you'll get close to, you'll clip through anyways, and you can see here that I'm clipping through objects, and I clip through walls, and I'm constantly clipping through objects during my playthrough that you'll see. Now, this is my complete playthrough, so I'm making the video a little bit long just so you can see all the errors. So I apologize. Usually I edit the videos and cut the time short because I know nobody likes long video reviews, but I really won't need it to show the gameplay of this game. Hopefully the developer is watching and sees all the errors that happened during my gameplay. One error that is not shown that did happen in my other 2 playthroughs. I played this game 3 times, and like I said, each time I experienced the same game-breaking bug when I entered the teleporter. But on my 2 previous tries, I experienced a bug that I didn't experience on this playthrough. Basically, when you use the slide locomotion, I would constantly go under the floors on my other 2 playthroughs. In this playthrough, though, I didn't go under the floor. But like I said, the slide locomotion just stops working randomly throughout the level, so it's not reliable. And so you don't see me using slide locomotion too much in this game just because it's so unreliable. As far as the gun mechanic, the gun models themselves seem like their scales are off, and the reloading mechanic is just very clunky. On the Oculus Rift touch controllers, you actually have to click down on it and then click down while you're pressing it down. So basically it's 2 clicks on your joystick on your touch controller. So you click down on your touch controller, then you press it downwards and click it down again to make it reload. So that's a very clunky mechanic. And if you have the teleportation on your same hand that you're carrying the gun, that can make for a very tricky situation where you're teleporting instead of reloading the gun. So I don't recommend that whatever your dominant hand is, to not use that as your teleportation hand as well, because you'll run into issues. As far as shooting, again, you can shoot at stuff, barrels, whatever. They don't explode. There really isn't a physics to it. I've never noticed like bullets bouncing or anything like that. And one thing I noticed is that when there's a dead enemy body in front of another, it blocks the bullet from hitting the other enemy. So if you have a lot of enemies bunched up together, it can be difficult to hit the enemy behind the one that you just killed, just because it's blocking the pass between your gun and that live enemy. So obviously that's not a very good system. Basically the dead bodies block the bullet pass to new enemies. I did not like the holster system at all. I found it a little too clunky, and it seemed like my height was not set properly at the start. As you can see, when I go see my avatar, it looks like he's crawling on the floor. He's got his knees bent down. The enemies themselves, the AI is not very smart. They just basically walk towards you. Now there is some enemy variety. There's some zombies, there's some flying insects, there's some big insects that walk towards you. So there was a little bit of variety that I saw in the little gameplay that I actually played. But they all responded in the same way, even the flying insect, which is they just go directly towards you. It's not like they get behind cover and fire at you or anything like that. Now maybe later on there's some enemies that do that, but again, because of the game breaking bug, I wasn't able to fully explore the game. So I can only speak as far as the game that I experienced. All the enemies acted the same way, which is they just walk straight towards you, a beeline. And no matter what happens, you don't need any upgrades or anything, because you can always just teleport back from the enemies. So even if you need to reload, all you do is teleport backwards, reload, and start shooting again if they get too close to you. So there wasn't much of a challenge. I increased the difficulty. There's 6 different difficulties, and I changed it from 1 to 3 for this gameplay. Maybe I should have changed it up even higher than that. But even at the 3, which I would consider to be the normal difficulty, it wasn't really challenging at all. It seemed like maybe the enemies were just more bullet sponges. If I recall correctly, when I played it on a 1, they just died faster. I did not like the shotgun myself. It seemed like it didn't do enough damage, given how slow it is to fire, and having to pump the shotgun and fire each time when the whole process is just too clunky that you can't really do it fast. So it's just hard to move and use the shotgun at the same time, and it's difficult to reload just because it's super clunky. And so you can get one shot off, but it's really difficult to get multiple shots off just because how clunky it is to use the shotgun. So I didn't really like the shotgun, so I just went back to the pistol. I just found it a lot easier to use. I didn't get to use the assault rifle just because I was, again, you don't make enough money, and I couldn't get far enough so that I can get more money so that I can get that upgrade. As far as the upgrades themselves, they're nice. Obviously, you want the assault rifle, and there's like this power up that when you hit it, your bullets do a lot more damage. Time is slowed down, and there's also some health pickups as well as some ammo pickups. I don't know if your normal handgun needs ammo. I know that the shotgun and the assault rifles do, and you can run out of ammo for those. But as far as the pistol, your default weapon, I'm not sure that you need ammo for that or not. Overall, the game was just too buggy for me. Like I said, it has a game-breaking bug, but it wasn't just the game-breaking bug. The locomotion is absolutely terrible. Whether it's teleportation or whether it's slide locomotion, like I said, the slide locomotion doesn't work most of the time. And the teleportation is way too difficult on the Oculus Touch because you actually have to click down on it. And it's just too unreliable to do anything other than teleport from point A to point B. As far as like turning the direction that you want for a better point of view, it's just not very reliable at all. And even the teleportation, I think you'll see in my playthrough where I'm teleporting on the stairs, and a lot of times I just fall down the stairs, whatnot. That whatever the problem with the stairs, maybe it's the mesh on the stairs, but I just seem to fall through the stairs when I'm trying to teleport up the stairs, and so that was another bug that I experienced. Overall, I would say this game has been in early access since 2018, and I believe it hasn't been updated since early in 2018, so it's pretty much been abandoned by this developer. And this is not a rookie developer. This is a developer, like I said, who's made Horde Z and who's also made Zion, so you kind of expect better from a seasoned developer. And this is just a buggy mess. It was released basically in an alpha state on early access, and they've just abandoned the game pretty much. So I don't recommend the game. I wish I could get a refund. I'm gonna have to rate this game a 3 out of 5. Yeah, this game is that bad. I'm surprised it has any positive reviews on Steam. I don't know who those people are. I don't know how long they played the game, but I attempted 3 different times to play this game, and each time I experienced the same game-breaking bug. And not just the game-breaking bug, but I experienced several other issues along my way, so definitely cannot recommend this game. It could have been a good game, definitely. I love space shooters, and there's some nice things about this game. The shooting is not that bad, even though you don't really have to aim, you can just hip fire. It's nice for an arcade feel, and it feels like you're actually going through a whole game. You know, a lot of VR games just feel like wave shooters, and so this has a little different feel through it because you're actually going from point A to point B. You have an objective, which in this case is to disarm I guess the weapon system or whatever, or disarm the ship and then get out. Unfortunately, I'm not able to experience any of that because of this bug that you see now. So this is a bug that I've been talking about. This happened to me 3 different times, each time the same way, and finally I just gave up. I said I'm not going to try again. I wasted my money. Unfortunately, I can't get a refund. Yeah, this is a bad game. I'm going to give this game a 3 out of 10. If you liked my video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'm Fast Lawyer. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.